You guys get in here, get in here, get in here, because I hope I don't have to drag some of my favorite R&B divas and some of my favorite soul men, because y'all know how much I feel about my R&B divas and my soul men. I hope I don't have to drag them, but there's a lot of stuff going on. And June 18th, 2023, this year will be a year. And there was a show that was supposed to take place June 18th, 2022, last year. And it still hasn't taken place. And this show was supposed to take place in Memphis, Tennessee. It's called the Classic R&B and Funk Show, or Funk Tour. And people are still waiting on their money. And I am one of those individuals. Okay, and we're going to talk about it today. And as I said, I don't know who is responsible right now, but I'm going to tell you what I think and what is probably is happening at this moment in time, because these people still haven't got their money for this show. And let's talk about it. Backstory, real quick, won't be long with you at all. So there I am speaking with an entertainer, one of the entertainers that was supposed to perform on this show last year. I was actually conversing with way before this show was even going to take place. This particular entertainer was posting things on their social media page. Some of the stuff intrigued me. I started asking questions about it. The entertainer started responding back to me about it. And I mean, we just were going into a dialogue back and forth. So I was like, wow, I'm cool with it. It is what it is, so on and so forth. Didn't think anything else about it, right? The entertainer seemed to be very nice and cordial and personable and professional and all kinds of things, right? So, after a couple of months going back and forth, I noticed that this flyer came up on the entertainer's page about a performance that was going to take place in Memphis, Tennessee. And when I saw it, I was like, wow. I was like, I'm going to get to see this entertainer perform. I've never seen the entertainer perform before live at all. And I was very excited. I actually reached out to the entertainer and said, hey, you're going to be performing near me. Like, it would be so great to see all of these artists perform on this show I've never seen before. You know how much I like people such as Yarbrough and Peoples and Climax and the Mary Jane Girls. I mean, DeBarge, or at least Bunny DeBarge, the Barkays. Like, I'm excited, So anywho, so there I am. I done went and purchased a ticket. I done, got my VIP section. Like, I am ready. Like, I don't want to be at the show. I want to literally be in the show, because the way the VIP section was set up, it looks like it was going to be right there at the stage. So you're definitely going to be like face to face with the, performer. So I was like, that's going to be great. Looking forward to it. So when I reached out to the entertainer, and here a side note, I'm thinking that I truly don't think I'm speaking with this entertainer at all. I'm thinking that, these entertainer celebrities, actresses, athletes, whatever, probably have someone who is, handling their social media account. So I'm not thinking that I'm literally speaking with the entertainer, but it is what it is. So then I get a response back like, it's going to be great. It's going to be cool. I say I got the VIP section. I'm happy. And then I get a response back that pretty much saying, hey, we're trying to work things out where, we can do like a meet and greet, so on and so forth before the show, all of that stuff. And I'm like, yes, I'm like happy, excited. So anyway, as the show is, approaching the date of the show, again, excited. And then the inevitable happens. The show is canceled. All right. Now, the original people on the show, I want to just make sure I let you guys know again, the original, because this here is not the original flyer. This here is the second show, which, by the way, was canceled as well. So we're going to talk about that show being canceled, but it's going to get good. But anywho, so the first show was going to be The Barkays original lead singer Larry D, Mary Jane Girls, Climax, Brick, Bunny DeBarge, and Yarbrough and Peoples. All right. That was the first show. That show is canceled. All right. And I have a whole list of emails. So let me go here. Let me get into my emails. Well, I'm actually in my emails, but let me do this a different way so that I won't get things all crossed up. I'm going to keep that email open. I'm going to open this email because, it's the emails are good. Classic Funk Tour. That one is the one that's canceled, right? Okay, that's the second email. So let's go to the first email, which will be in June, right? Okay, I think I got it. All right, so it says here, I get an email. New concert date, November the 19th, 2022. The Classic R&B and Funk Tour concert set for June 18th has been moved to November the 19th due to sickness with some of the bands. Now, I didn't think anything else about it when I heard sickness due to sickness with some of the bands. I'm thinking that it's the Oompa Loompa. It was last year, so that's what I'm thinking. I can't say the word, it's what it is. But you know what I'm saying, all the Oompa Loompa that was going on, in 2020, okay? So that's why I'm saying to myself, I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope everybody's okay, taking care of themselves, so on and so forth. It seemed like a legitimate reason to cancel the show. I was a little disappointed. Reached out to the celebrity in social media, just like the celebrity and all, like, hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. I'm not going to be able to see you, so on and so forth. But what it is, the show is going to be November the 19th, so I'm looking forward to that show as well. I'm going to tell you all of my theories as to the reason why I'm thinking this show did not happen. So stick with me. This is going to be an interesting ride because I'm going to read to you these emails, like we're in the email chain, all right, of how all the people have been feeling about this show being canceled. And the show, you're not getting your refund in, there's no show. We're going to talk about this, okay? So anyway, let's keep going. So all tickets purchased or won on the radio will be honored for entry to the concert. All sales are final and no refunds will be issued. I was okay with the no refunds being issued because I was like, well, I'm not thinking in my mind that there will never be a show. I'm like, okay, well, there's no refunds. I mean, they're going to give us a show eventually. That's what I'm thinking. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. All right. So all sales are final and no refunds will be issued. Stay tuned for more updates. All current bands will still perform. But there will be, left off the B, additional bands added to the lineup. Got a new concert date. It's the same people. They said they're going to add some people to the show, but you don't see anyone added to the show on this particular flyer. All it's saying is that it's going to be a new date, but no talks about who the other additional performers will be. And the show is going to be at the Showplace Arena at the Agri Center in Memphis, Tennessee. All right, it is what it is. No show in June. Now we're getting up to November 19th, 2022. And then they sent out another email. Now, keep in mind, the show is going to be November 19th. I received this email November the 11th, 2022 at 11:40 a.m. And it says, to all attendees, we are postponing the Classic R&B and Funk Tour temporarily. We are adding more R&B and funk artists to the show. Please bear with us as we confirm with the venue, the new date, and additional artists that will be added to the show. We promise with additional artists you will be thoroughly satisfied and will definitely get your money's worth in value for the new additions we are adding to the show. We will have the new date and additional lineup in within the next couple of weeks. All tickets will be honored for the new date. Please stay tuned and check our emails from the Classic R&B and Funk Tour. If you have any questions, please email info@classicfunktour.com. Sincere thanks, Classic R&B and Funk Tour. Now, let's get ready for all these emails. So now what I am about to read to you is I'm going to read to you the responses. I'm not going to put in any names. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to read to you now how people are feeling about it. Now, get this. The entertainer that I have been speaking with who was going to be on the show, I reached out to that entertainer and I told the entertainer, I said, listen, there are some people who are not happy that this show is not taking place. Like, they are not happy. That entertainer responded back by saying, yeah, we understand, you know, we are looking forward to performing. The entertainer was very apologetic. And like, as I said, a very nice individual, person, very professional, very personable, sounded, you know, disappointed as well. But basically, in so many words, say, we got our plane tickets, we ready to perform. Whenever it's time to go, we ready to go. So I would still like to think that that entertainer had still has that mind frame about this show happening. Okay. But there's no show. As of this moment in time, there is no show. And if there has been a show, I didn't get any emails confirming that, hey, you know, there's a show taking place and you need to be there. Like, I have nothing. I had totally forgotten about this. I was going to talk about it. I had forgotten about it until today. I got another email from someone in the email chain basically saying, hey, where's my money? Like, has anybody heard anything? And that what prompted me right now to do this video. So we're going to read these emails, all right? As a matter of fact, oh, wow. It looked like, oh, these emails, people were emailing as of yesterday. Okay, so anyway, let's talk. So the first email, someone replied back, thanks for the update. Someone else replied back, am I the only one that feel like we have been taken here? We purchased tickets to see specific artists. Either give us those artists or refund our monies and let us decide if we want to see the additional artists you are supposedly adding. All right, I feel this particular person. I understand, like, I would be thoroughly disappointed if the entertainer that I wanted to see did not show up on this show the next time around. I'll be like, well, that's not what I paid my money for. So no, I don't want to see that artist. Give me my money back. I can understand. There are some people on this show that if I see them, I see them. If I don't, I don't. But I got my hopes up to see a particular artist. I think this happened once before. I'm trying to think who the artist was that was looking to see somebody else, and they replaced that artist, and everybody was disappointed. But the artist that they replaced that artist with was even a bigger audience, and everybody was like, well, you should be satisfied. It's this person. Like, everybody would want to see this person. No, I pay my money to see that person. I don't care if Michael Jackson showed back up on the show. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Listen, if I pay to see one of these artists on this show, and Luther Vandross, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Barry White, do you understand what I'm saying? Rick James, Tina Marie, and all of them showed up. I'd be like, oh, that's great, but I wanted to see that artist. Do you understand what I'm saying? So no, I'm with this particular person. Like, give me what I paid for. All right, the other person said, I would like a refund. Someone else said, I would like a refund. Now, this is the response from Classic R&B and Funk Tour. Now, they have responded back to this email, and listen to what they have had to say. Please do not reply to this chain email. In a reply, send them to info@classicfunktour.com. That's what they said. Now, at this moment in time, I don't like, and you got to be mindful of emails, you know, the tone in which they are in. I think that, while I don't think that they were being rude, I do think that their response as cut and dry as it was, they either, number one, should have not said anything at all, or number two, they should have had a better reply other than, please do not respond to this email chain. Any replies, send them to info@classicfunktour.com. Well, that's all they needed to do in order to get some more people upset at them. So let me tell you what some other people started saying. One person said, this is ridiculous. I paid to see specific artists at the original date. I also live in Dallas, Texas, and have to keep making arrangements to get to Memphis. This is costing me too much money. I would also like to request a refund. This is so embarrassing, reminding me of that fraud concert in the islands that the promoter got sent to prison. I hope that this isn't Black owned. It will be more embarrassing if it is. Another person said, I would like a refund. Another person said, I would like a refund ASAP. Somebody else says, I would like a refund. Now, we are in November 12th still. All right. So all of the emails that I've been reading so far are November the 12th, I guess right after they sent the email. Okay. I mean, the day after they sent that email out. Okay. So November the 12th, someone says, has anyone received a response from the group in question about receiving a refund? Thanks. I have not. I sent an email to the following email and got a response. Please, people, email. They are saying it will be 30 days for a refund. Not acceptable. So this person is saying they sent an email to the info@classicfunktour.com, and this person is saying they have been told it will be 30 days for a refund. All right. Another person said, I agree with all other responses. At this point, I would like a refund for the 3 tickets I purchased as well. Sincerely, person name. Now, someone said, stop responding to this email, you dumb blank bombers. Okay, it's what it is. Another person says, I have tried the email that you gave with no response, no new dates. I am feeling like you have taken our money. You can contact me concerning this matter at email address. I would like an update. So now we're in November the 29th. Hi, everyone. If we look at the bottom of the ticket, it stated that we will not get a refund. We need to contact news or someone because I purchased my tickets at the last minute for a Father's Day gift. I did that. Never again. So going back to the fact, okay, so what we have here, we have this back and forth. I want a refund. These are not the artists that I paid to see for this next show. I don't care about that. You got another person who's saying, well, you know what? This is the second time around. Like, I live in Texas, which means that I have to make these arrangements, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. This is costing me money. Okay, you got another person who says that they was going to get their refund in 30 days. They haven't gotten their refund in 30 days. Okay. All right. And here is someone else's response, November the 29th. Hi, Jimmy and others. I strongly concur with your statement below. It is almost December and we have no idea what is going on with the upcoming classic R&B and funk concert. My patience is beginning to run thin now. I will soon want a full refund. We have advertisement, electronic sales receipts to bring about a full class action lawsuit, legal lawsuit. In summary, the demeanor and foul language used by this particular person does not help our issue any better. Thank you kindly for your comment. Someone who has responded before is responded back and says, I am total agreement. I called the Agriculture Center and was basically told that they can't do anything and they didn't seem to be bothered. Never again there for me. Someone else says, count me in the lawsuit. Someone says, just received an email notification of refund. Count me in the lawsuit. I received an email as well. It's only valid once we retain our refund in a timely manner. I don't know. I would like to say I had also responded back to that email, info@funksomething.com. I never got a response back from them. I never did. So, if they got a response back, fine. Another person says, now this is January. This is January. This email that I'm reading now is this year. So all the emails I'm about to read is this year. Okay. The last email for last year came out, was posted December the 2nd. January the 3rd. Any word on the refund? Thanks. A person who has responded before several times has responded back. I have not heard one thing. I get irritated. I will not do another event at the Agriculture Center. Any updates, anyone? I haven't heard a thing. I'm beginning to think getting refund is a lost cause and just might have to have to chalk this up as a bad life experience lesson learned. I don't know. So now somebody has responded. I don't know what this is. Okay, I'm trying to see that it's a lot of emails. Then I get another response in March. There's another response in March. I mean, these emails are all over the place. I still haven't heard anything. I am more than upset. Hi, this is an email address that claimed that we're sending my refund and still haven't received it. Not sure if anyone else has this one. I really think we need to figure out who to contact. My understanding when I called the Agri Center, they haven't gotten their payment. So as of March the 24th, the Agri Center, according to this person, is saying they haven't gotten their money, which makes me think there won't be a show anyway. Guys, we need to figure out who we can talk to in the media. Oh Lord, I've never seen this email. Let me see what this says. I'm wondering if Larry Dotson knows about this. I will hope that he would not want his reputation being tarnished by stalling people and not giving them their money back for a canceled show. This and another concert I brought tickets for from places other than say Ticketmaster has been a wake-up call for me not to buy tickets from non-reputable sources like a Ticketmaster. At least with them, I could get my money refunded, sell tickets, or transfer them. These promotion companies I never heard of will never get any more of my money. Last July, I bought tickets to what was supposed to be the Orlando Music Festival. Turns out that promoter was a crook who got arrested in Texas for false concert promotion and went to jail. What the H? We as consumers, and I'll even go as far as say black consumers, have to be careful. Yes, I love my old school groups and music, but all the ones you see are not legit. Somebody says, totally agree. I bought 2 VIP seats to the event also, and last year around November, they sent me an email saying they were going to refund my money too. All I got was crickets. I bought 2 as well. We all deserve refunds. I've learned my lesson never to buy tickets that states no refund. It is what it is. Unfortunately, I deleted all my email once I received my refund. Hey guys, the individual who reached out to me and provided you that info, please share it. So someone is saying that they received a refund. I'm not sure. I'm working on 13 investigating team to reach out to me. They have already emailed me back. Now I'm waiting to tell our story. They did us wrong. Okay. Thank you. These people have perpetrated a fraud. If I lived in Memphis, I would have used my resources to track them down to legally handle this. I am so surprised that no one has done this as a class action thing by now up there in Memphis. This reminds me of the concert fraud that happened recently. Lesson learned: unless a trusted promoter, don't buy these tickets. All right, we're about to end it. Hello, has anyone received refunds? Okay, so at this moment in time, what we have here is that we have people who are still saying, where is my refund for this show? Now, this is what I am about to say, because I don't know if this is true or not true. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know at all, and y'all about to make me tired, and when y'all make me tired over here, you know what I'm about to do. So let's talk about allegedly. All of this is alleged, right? Meaning what I'm about to say. I don't know if a concert like this has ever taken place in Memphis, Tennessee, in recent years. I do know one probably took place. Ooh, what is it called? Oh, I can't think of it. I can't think of the place right now in Memphis. I can't think of it. Oh, but anyway, I remember I don't know if this show continues to this day, but it's kind of like an old school type show. I think it's called Kinfolk's Soul Food. It's it's something like a, old school concert tour. And they have a lot of these old school artists on that tour. And I remember being in Nashville, and I was in a store, and there were some ladies in front of me checking out. And as they was talking to the cashier, they mentioned that they were a part of the show that was taking place. I think it's called Kinfolk's Soul Food. Hold on, you guys, because I want to, like I said, I had a theory. It's called Kinfolk Soul Food Festival, or called the Soul Food Festival. And it was very popular. I don't know if it's still, like I said, taking place, but it's very popular. And I remember when the lady said that they was a part of this show, and it sounded like they had something to do with the promoting or whatever. And so I didn't know the show was actually was in Nashville. I didn't. And so when they told me that, and I asked them, I said, "Oh wow!" I was like, "I know about y'all concerts, and everything like that." And I was like, "Ooh, please don't tell me that Angela Wimbush is performing, because if you tell me that, and I'm missing it." And I don't think Angela was at this particular show, because she used to perform on those shows a lot too, back in the mid 2000s. So anywho. And I mentioned to her, I was like, why you guys, I followed them, I would see where they was performing, so on and so forth. And I asked her, I said, why you guys don't ever, do a show in Memphis? Because I'm here in Nashville, so on and so forth. I would like to think that they would do one in Memphis. And the lady just turned around and looked at me and said, very, straightforward, and said, oh, wow. She was like, Memphis is a very tough marketplace, and I took it for granted that pretty much what she was saying is that, these kind of shows are not successful in Memphis. Like, believe it or not, no one comes to the shows. So that gave me my theory about the first show. The first show in January the 18th. I'm saying to myself, like, it's a possibility that then maybe they're not doing, they canceled the show because of low tickets. That was the first thing. At first, I was thinking about the heat. I was like, okay, is it really hot? And then I thought about, I was like, well, people are always out there in the heat anyway, so on and so forth. So that probably wouldn't have mattered. And then there were some other things that was going on around in Memphis. I figured that they canceled the show because of that. And then here's another thing. Then once the show got up to November, I was like, now we done went from the heat to the cold. Well, I'm like, are people going to want to be out there in the cold? Because it was outside, right? And of course, they ended up canceling the show. I don't know. At this moment in time, do I feel like I've been bamboozled? Yes, because there's no evidence of a show at all. I don't know if any of these artists have gotten paid because, you know, you end up getting paid, right? Half to, you know, book the show and then the other half to be on the show. Like for the fact that this show has never taken place and people are still asking for their money. You got some people saying that they did get their money, some people saying that they haven't. So I'm just doing this video to just simply say is that this show that was supposed to take place hasn't taken place. And there's people such as myself who haven't gotten their money back. And I'm just saying, like, I'm speaking up now pretty much on behalf of everyone else who's basically saying we haven't gotten our refunds. And who do we hold responsible for this? What I'm going to say here today is that let's put aside the fact that you purchase a ticket that said non-refundable, or if you purchase a ticket and you could have gotten your money back. At the end of the day, I'm calling filing fraud simply because when you pay for something, you expect to get what? Your services, you services rendered, right? At this moment in time, we have no show. So show us the money or show us a show. And there's still not a show. It's what it is. I think at this moment in time, it really and truly make these artists look bad. It do. I have not reached out to any one of them to let them know that I'm posting this video. I might do that after the fact because at this moment in time, I'm just interested in getting some of these people on to the show over here and just ask them, like, what is going on? You know, have you got your money back? And if so, then what did you do in order for you to get your money back? And how can other people get their money? It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you guys over here. I mean, I think it's a shame, shame, shame. A shame. But anyway, you already know over here at Peppy Love You, I'm yours truly, Peppy, and I'm here to tell you, I believe that you need to put you behind where your heart desires to be. I hope you've done that, and I hope you're doing that. And also remember, whenever I leave my mother's presence, she always says to me, baby, remember I love you, but God loves you best. I love you out there. God loves you best, and I hope you're loving yourself, because if you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else? Well, actually, you can. You just won't be loving yourself, but you know. But anyway, on that note, I look forward to seeing you guys next video. And until then, you know what I want you to do out there. You guys, y'all take care of yourselves.